So, fursuits. They're definitely something. Well, it's not exactly something I'd see myself getting into. I'm sure there are people out there who can find some joy out of this hobby. That being said, there are some incidents surrounding fursuits that are pretty unnerving. And yes, even more unnerving than some of the fursuits themselves. When it comes to the quality of these things, you can range from a good-looking suit that the creator probably poured their blood, sweat, and tears into, to today's topic, which have been crafted and presumably drenched in blood, sweat, and a substance much too salty to be tears. This is Carpet Sample, an abomination from its creation to its creator. According to this post, the creator is quite literally wearing his fetish on his sleeves. Well, along with the rest of his body. The creator was a stuffed animal owner, and with these stuffed animals, he would pleasure and release himself regularly. These stuffed animals were never washed afterwards, even as he skinned them and pieced them together into the horror you see on your screen now. Every portion of this suit is layered with plushophilia and dried, crusty spunk, and this was worn to conventions. I can't even picture wearing that in the privacy of your own home. A gimp suit would be more tame and tasteful. Now, I didn't make this video just to insult this one image for 10 minutes. But could you blame me if I did? It looks like an abstract art piece titled Bowling Alley. Instead, we'll be taking a swift look into the creator of this suit, ShadoWolffess. So, according to his Wikifur page, Bill J. Clark, also known as ShadoWolffess, was born March 3rd, 1956. He is a bisexual, enjoys fursuits, and is a plushophile. I don't like how nonchalantly they just wrote that. It's like, this is Bill. He's 64, and he likes making fursuits and screwing plushies, sometimes at the same time. He admits that Yiffy cub art is his passion. He's always open for commissions, and will offer free samples, con badges, and fursuit portraits. Well, that's nice of him to do. It almost makes up for Yiffy cub art being his passion. You can't just skim over crap like this, man, come on. The most detailed thing here is about his fursuits. And yes, his fursuits are an interesting bunch. But as interesting as Where Wolverine Hermaphrodite sounds, I think I'll just move ahead. So next here we have a section on his controversies. It's here where there's a smidgen of detail about the suit maker's misdeeds. A section smaller than the description of his fursuit, mind you, but that's whatever. While Carpet Sample isn't mentioned, it does speak of Shadow being banned from a con by the name of Mefit Furmeat. According to this, Shadow was in a secluded elevator with another furry going by Moonstone Wind. While they were in the elevator, he asked her if he would be able to get sexual with her handicap assistance dog. So along with ghosting conventions and trying to bang dogs at said conventions, he's been known to make extremely inappropriate sexual comments to both furries and non-furries in public. These comments aren't mentioned in the Wikifur page, so it only makes sense to go to what's essentially the dark mode of Wikifur. Here is where the information gets a bit more informative, because here we get a picture of the guy in all its blurry glory. There's also this image where we have Bill passed out in a hotel lobby, as he was ghosting a convention there. And if you look close enough, you might notice a certain symbol atop his head. What could it mean? Well, it's anybody's guess. According to those who have met him, he has a habit of vividly describing how he fucks dogs, loving to do so in paragraphs that have spelling and capitalization that don't resemble any form of competent writing skills, which would make sense when you look at the description of his So Furry account. I can't be asked to try and make sense of this, but from what I can make out, it seems that when the account went silent, he was working on a cub piece. Specifically, one drawing of a real cute and yiffable female polar bear cub. The title is Ice to Yiff Her, Would Be Heaven. Or Hell. And if the cub didn't give off enough red flags, here we have a claim of Shadow being a pedophile, going as far as to even solicit a minor for sex in exchange for alcohol. And now we come down to his artwork. Because I'm sure, as you remember, I've been mentioning artwork throughout this video. His art, well, it's not on the level of, say, an underrated Twitter artist who you should probably be following right now. Their art is really good, guys. But it is art. The first image here is fan art of a character from a family movie called Over the Hedge. The description says it's Stella the skunk as a small child. I think me needing to censor this for you guys says everything it needs to. Actually, now that I'm looking through this, I don't think I can show any of this on screen. The site might be trying to tell me something here. Instead of subjecting you all to more of his crayon style of artwork, I'll just read some text from one image that encaptures the feeling of everything here. Oh, no! I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing. This This is fucking horrifying. And since I'm talking about artwork, let's mention the fursuits. William seems to enjoy the craft and is pretty proud of what he does. He buckles down, puts in the effort, and the work most certainly shows. Just look at the one he wore to Method Fur Meet. I mean, you have to respect a guy who can wear this while getting banned for asking to screw a support animal. And here we have what's assumed to be photos of carpet sample before it was completed. In his defense, it does look pretty on point with the blueprint. But you know, you might be asking yourself, hey, this guy seems like a jack of all degenerate trades. He likes children, furry or otherwise. He wouldn't object to getting it on in a Buffalo Bill style plush suit. Surely he can't be worse, right? Woof. Grr. Hi there. First, I'm a zoo and love my partners without question. Love large and medium dogs and calves, mini ponies, pygmy goats. I prefer to be on top. Of course, a nice hard shag by a beast is good too. Can't wait to tie with a nice friendly male chow chow my fave. This is a fucking 50-year-old man. Or a Saint Bernard for mutual fun. I also a furry and fuck this, screw it. He's a zoophile, okay? A zoophile who created a profile on the now defunct site Beast Forum. And from the images shown, these dogs were living in flat out tragic conditions. Filth everywhere and having to deal with getting sexually abused by a middle-aged pedophile with a mental problem. And as with all these zoophiles, of course, he shaped his conditions to access animals to abuse. Here he recalls a time where he worked as a dog walker for the local shelter and sexually abused a 1-year-old dog in a locked bathroom. If you thought he couldn't be more adamant on screwing animals, William was more than willing to pass out his address and phone number. You see, what he expected was that if you had a dog that you didn't want anymore, you just leave him at his doorstep so they could be violated until they die. I won't be giving the information myself, but just know that it is out there if worse comes to worse and William rears his horrid head anywhere again. And that's really all there is to be found on ShadoWolffess or Bill J. Clark. There was presumably more out there on them, but someone just so happened to clean their trail. There doesn't seem to be anything recent from them. Well, recent meaning a decade time frame, so that's all for this one. If you found the video interesting, consider subscribing, leaving a like, or joining the Discord server for video updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Stay safe out there.